Welcome in, welcome in. This is episode 15 of PurePressha podcast. If y'all keep seeing me looking back and forth, that's because we on IG and Facebook. This is gonna be the first time that I broadcast from both, so we'll see how this go. We got our special guest, my homie, the owner, creator, operator, hustler of Fresh Apparel and Melrose store. Hold on, my bad. Melrose Clothing and Accessories. My bad. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. I didn't know if you could hear me. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Yeah.
But listen, we got her in the building. We got a couple of topics we're gonna go through, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna say the best for last because I already know what y'all on. Everybody in here to talk about toxicity, and we're gonna get into it, but we gotta say the best for last. This episode, we're gonna talk about overcoming battles, like persevering, you know what I'm saying, and following your dreams. And we're going to talk about entrepreneurship. And we definitely going to talk about why y'all so toxic. I got wine and an L for y'all today because I need answers. Y'all know y'all can jump in the comment box. Y'all can, you know what I'm saying, if y'all got something y'all want to say, y'all feel like y'all need to get something off y'all chest, you know what I'm saying? And I might add some extra people later. But in the meantime, in between time,
you can have multiple people on here.
yeah, you can have up to 4 people up here.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, get interesting. But PurePressha is all about applying everything that you are, not just the good parts, not just the parts that everybody tells you you're the greatest and oh, this is so wonderful, but like who you are to the core, like the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we definitely got to tap into overcoming battles. Like a lot of us go through a lot of things that y'all see on movies that y'all think would never happen to y'all. A lot of us have experienced a lot of things and had to push past that stuff. Keep pushing. Past some of that stuff for real, like, and try to make something of ourselves. Like, I came from Blackwell. I come from the projects. Like, a lot of people don't know that, don't see that. They don't see me as from Blackwell because my mom tried to move us out there as soon as she could, as she should have. But then we also had my grandmother's roots. My dad's roots are in West End on Rosewood. You know what I'm saying? So I have that aspect from, you know, and then I, in high school, lived in Highland Park and in Northside on Rex Avenue. So I've been, you know what I'm saying, all over the city. Had grandma living out in Sandston, you know what I'm saying? I've been out here, unfortunately. If you're not on the next episode, y'all be trying to act like y'all want to be on here. Y'all be trying to be on here. I be tapping in with all y'all like, hey, you want to be on the podcast? I be putting up the little questionnaire like, who want to join? Who y'all want to see? Y'all don't respond to none of that. So I ain't trying to hear none of that. But as I was saying, I came from, you know what I'm saying, humble beginnings. Okay? I was raised on struggle. I watched my mom bust her behind, and she still is, even though she's not in Virginia. Like, the fact that I know that my mom works multiple jobs right now bothers me. You know what I'm saying? But I've had people, family members who've been locked up for almost 20 years. You know what I'm saying? They had to come out here, and they have their own places and cars, and they doing better, way better than management positions. They engineers and all of that. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? He did 16 and a half years and came out here and did everything he said he was going to do. Straight up and down. The only thing he did is had a baby yet. And I ain't pressing him to do that right now. I need him to wait. But, you know, it's a lot of things that I've experienced. And I know it's a lot of things that, you know, Nelly experienced, other people experienced that, you know, sometimes people be like, how did you do that? Like, Nelly, tap in, like, what do you think is the core of being able to persevere, like to be able to push past the stuff that you know is meant to break you? Like,
I mean, what's up? First of all, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Nelly. No, I gotta say that. It's your girl Nelly. let me see. I always thought about like the main thing that keeps me going, and the idea of being a project to the world never sat well with me. You know what I mean? A project is exactly what it is. People put you up on this platform, or they place you in different positions just to see how you will maneuver and how you would come out of it. And so the project was never meant to stay there. It was just for you to be a project, become, at some point become it, and then you get over it. You know what I mean? You basically achieve the project, and then you hope to help other people that's trying to get out of that. So for everybody that I see, people I grew up with, they always be like, oh, Nelly never come back to the projects. Nelly always in the projects. Nelly don't hang out in the projects, but when it's time to get back, you can count on me. If anybody say something going on with the people in the neighborhood, the kids, I'm always there. It's just that I don't want to be there because I don't need to be there to be active. You know what I mean? And sometimes where you come from show you the least love because they feel like you left them. You know what I mean? And so that hurt me the most when I see my old neighbors or I see people that I grew up with and they think I'm better because I ain't in the projects, but I don't have any common grounds with the projects no more, but it made me who I am, and I always respect it. You know what I mean? So you put in different positions, not to stay there, but to grow and keep it moving. And I never downplay where I came from. Like, I love the fact that I grew up in the projects and I was able to learn how to read, write, fight. Like, the neighborhood taught me. You know what I mean? My mom always worked. She still do. I talked to her earlier, just like you said about your mom. I hate that my mom has to work so hard, and I'm not at this point being able to say, sit down, mom, but I know my time coming that I could be like, look, let's chill. Let me take you to all these places I've been. My mom ain't even really been out of Virginia. So all of that hurts me, but you just got to overcome everything and get a tunnel vision. Once you get a tunnel vision and you understand your purpose in life, it's like nothing can stop you. I've never been a follower in my life. You can't make me follow another man's move. I don't count nobody else's pockets. I don't count nobody moves. I always been about mine. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I feel like the only way that I'll keep on doing what I'm doing is because I focus on me. I don't focus on what the next person doing. I don't even engage in those conversations. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I want the city to win. I want all of us to eat. I feel like we're in a city right now that's growing. You know what I mean? But we also in a city, crab or the buckets, it go by popularity. I can't really say if I wasn't popular where I would be at because a lot of times popularity is winning over shit that really is supposed to be seen. You know what I mean? Not saying that I ain't got what it takes or whatever the case may be, but I see other people and I'm like, damn, ain't nobody supporting them. And I support them. I love what they doing, but people don't look at them because niggas go off of who know who. And that shit, that's what we need to stop at. You know what I mean? Because we all came from somewhere and we all trying to go somewhere. You know what I mean? So don't just keep looking at a person because they got a certain standard or they're this person. You got to go for the underdogs. You know what I mean? Like, we got to help each other win. I got Melrose because I wanted the city to win. I got 4, now 5 other different brands in there. It's open as an open house to everybody. So if somebody got a brand that ain't moving and you got to go to work and you put your shit up in the store, come holler at me. Like, I'm not none of that shit. Like,
some artwork.
And that's what I need. I don't have artwork in my store. So put it in there. And at the end of the day, when people say shit like, oh, got something in your store, I'm like, we team members. It ain't no, it's you, it's that. Without a team, you never win. You know what I mean? And that comes from like promotion. That comes from starting the brand. Like I had all my family, my cousins, like, you need to start your brand. You need to do this and do that. But anytime a nigga told me no, I told myself, yes, that's what y'all need to start doing. Somebody telling you no, don't do this, and that's on your heart, you got to do what's on your heart. You never go by man. You know what I mean? You pray to God and you keep that relationship strong enough with God and seek that he carry you through. You know what I mean? And that's just how I've been doing it, man. I've been doing this thing. I've been in it 10 years. This is my first store, but I'm definitely looking to have another store. You know what I mean? I want that store to be where the creators come in there and we actually making shit together. Like, they ain't doing that in Richmond. You know what I mean? So,
ain't
I ain't doing that in Richmond
at all. They don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about you. And as soon as you start doing something, it's like, she doing that. You know how many times people have told me, Renita, you and yeah, y'all, that's my name, Pressure, whatever. But why you painting and you making jewelry and you making candles and you doing this? And because I can, because God gave me the ability, because God gives me the creative, because he wakes me up at 2 o'clock in the morning and says, go make this painting, go do this, go, like, that's why. It's not something that I'm just like, oh, let me try this because everybody doing it. the stuff that y'all see me do, people have been trying to get me to paint for years because of how creative I am and how my mind works. It was never my thing. With the art, my thing is more the 3D art, the real pieces where it's real parts and stuff like that. That's what I drawn to. I like to bring it to life.
Is that hair hanging? Is that hair hanging off that paint? Is that hair hanging off that paint?
Yeah, it's real locks. And she
okay. I like that.
They got this paint right here, up here, they got real jewelry on. He got a real earring on, she got a real earring on.
Oh, I like that.
Like my living room, Nelly, my living room is a gallery, my guy.
I love that. I actually love that. I love that. If my selfie stick won't acting stupid, I'll show you around in my workshop in here. But my selfie stick been acting crazy. I love that. Hey, what's that one right there? I need to see that one with them sunflowers on there though. I need to see her. Yeah, you gotta send me a picture of that one. I need that. No, you playing.
And I'm working on 4 different pieces right now as we speak upstairs. It's probably gonna be tonight.
Sunflower one's crazy. You playing. You know all that space I got in my store, that window space, that need artwork. You know what I mean? When people walk by, they need to see your artwork. You need to stop playing. Come on, let me stop playing.
Trying to get in there. Like, I've been shy about my artwork. Like, this is a battle that I have to push past or whatever. But I've been shy about it because it started off as therapy for me. A lot of people, if you watch the podcast and you know that I've been in therapy, I've been going to therapy consistently for the last 5 years, but I've been going back and forth for the last 8 years. Trying to work on childhood traumas. Even before I became as spiritual as I am, I was really trying to figure out, like, and tap into the stuff that I needed to work on. Because I know, like, in certain situations, I was not guilt-free. I had some things I had to address. Like, sometimes you're the problem, okay? Yeah. And I'm going to talk about toxic traits, talk about my toxic moments when we get to them.
Sometimes you're the problem. Hey, look, that means you've been healed from the toxic lifestyle. When you get to the point where you understand that you are the problem, you have mastered that toxic shit. And that's where I'm standing at today. Like, I was the problem.
It feels so good. But then back at myself, when people bring that toxic stuff to me, I ain't even gonna go there. Anyway, we're gonna keep talking about
the preacher laugh.
Yeah. That's my natural laugh. I can't help it, y'all. But like, seriously, I feel like that is also why I push so hard with everything that I do. Like, this podcast was therapy. This started on TikTok. This started with me getting on live. First of all, it started with me getting, like, serious about TikTok. Like, I had my TikTok for like 3 years before I even really started getting on there last summer. And it was like, I was going through a bad breakup. I was going through a divorce at the same time that I was going through a bad breakup. Weird. It was a lot that, it was a lot. I've been separated for 4 years, almost 5 now at this point. But anyway, all of that is done because we done. But I was going through a lot of stuff and I was trying to figure out what the issue was, because the things that were coming to me, it was like I never experienced in my life. Like, I never had to go through some of the stuff that I was going through, but I saw myself pushing through the stuff. Like, I couldn't figure out how I was. And that's when I got really tapped into my spirituality and really knowing who I was, like, really knowing, like, you was built for this. You went through all that stuff in Blackwell. You went through all that stuff in West End and losing people early and the abuse and all that stuff. You went through all of that to build you for these things that you got to push through. Now you're going to use these to build you for something else and the next thing and the next thing. Like I said, like Natalie said, like, acknowledging that I was a part of the problem was like the biggest thing. And like taking that time, like, to be a child on TikTok, like playing around and dancing and stuff, making fun of myself, doing it with my kids. And then it turned into more of a spiritual thing. And then started having people asking me, get on live. Like, I want to converse with you. Like, I want to pick your brain about stuff. Then having conversations and the impact, like the I have messages, and I'm planning on, I'm doing like a little doc, you know what I'm saying? But I'm planning on showing like why I really started this podcast. I want people to see the messages, like the paragraphs of people or the videos people have sent me specifically for me to put it in this, to show y'all like, I don't know if y'all get the impact or whatever, but they get it. And the 100 and some odd people that tap in on YouTube, they get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that comes, you know what I'm saying, comes with somebody putting it in front of you and saying, hey, I'm weird too. I like weird stuff. Like, yeah, nothing wrong with the fact that
what is weird? Yeah, I was about to say, what is weird? We always say weird, but weird is actually normal. Normal people are the problem. You know what I mean? And you only understand that shit when you're an artist. When you have so much talent wrapped into you, you really don't know what to do with yourself. So people label you as weird, but really when you're normal, something's wrong with you. You know what I mean? In the middle of the night, when shit come to my head, I gotta get up and I gotta write it down. Or I ain't even gonna lie, when I'm intoxicated, ideas come. So I start writing in my notepad. Like sometimes I feel like I'm supposed to be a fucking rapper. The way I feel about myself is that I've limited myself to who I could be. And that's not what I'm doing anymore. You know what I mean? Age ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that, oh, you too old to be doing this and doing that. Money is never too old. Old money still moves. You know what I mean? Old money still moves. So it's like at the end of the day, you gotta really do. What's up, King Diddy? King Daddy? I can't see everybody know that. He said King Daddy's here. So at the end of the day, you gotta really do what moves you.
He's childish.
You gotta do what moves you. You gotta do what your heart say. If it play on your heart, you gotta try it. At least when you tried it, and if you fail, you tried. The problem with me is if I never tried, I never knew what I could do. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm like, shh, you know what I mean? I'm gonna quiet the crowd and I'm gonna do me. I always did that. Even when I played basketball, like when they booed me at the free throw line, I'm still making shots because y'all never mattered. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it never mattered. It never mattered. It's like at the end of the day, you gotta go tunnel vision. You gotta really know who you are. And honestly, going through so much stuff in my lifetime and being able to still be this humble person and still be able to carry myself, like you say, therapy. I've been going to therapy since 2014 off and on, but I've been consistent with this. And within the last year, I had an episode in June of last year where I had to literally, I drove myself to Chippenham. I called my mom. I was like, I'm ready to get out because I'm going crazy. I had a dream about my brother and I'm following my brother in my dream, but I couldn't catch him. So it made me angry. So I'm in the house and I live alone and I'm screaming and shit. And I'm just like, yo, you got to go get some help. And so I did that. Then I went to outpatient at Penn Road. Then I went to outpatient up there at Petersburg. I can't be forgetting the name of it. I went up there. And so I've been taking care of my mental health. And I really feel like niggas can't fuck with me. See, when your mind is clear, when your mind is clear, right? And you really feel like you helping your soul and your mind. It's really like you, whatever you talking about me, you can't fuck with me. Like, I be hearing so much shit still, and I be laughing like, they talking about the old Chanel. You know what I mean? They talking about the old Nelly. They don't know this new one because they can't get close to it. My energy, the way my energy is and the way I am now, if you ain't feeding me and if it ain't great enough to be around me, I really can't fuck with you. It's not that I don't feel like I'm better than you. It's that I don't feel like you can bring me what I need. So I'm picking and choosing how I want to move now, and it feels good. I'm meeting people that want to put me in rooms with other people that's making money, or, you know, they just want me to win as a woman first, and then as an entrepreneur, then as a, you know. So it's like when you're around people that want you to win, when you've been around people that's been winning and you knew them first, shit just open your eyes. Like, strangers really want you to win. You know what I mean? I've been around millionaire people that I knew way before the new people I met, and they never said, well, Nelly, do it this way. They rather for you to fucking go through all this, and I get it, because they had to. But you can't tell me that you can't give your nigga one tip. Just one tip and say, look, go down this road and do this, and then it'll take you to that road. Make a left, then make a right. These other niggas like, look, here you go. This is what you got to do. You got to sit down and you got to do this. And you got to go and get your LLC, your license. Not even niggas, like women I meet, people that's interested in not who you are, become. You know, with that culture is a shit. I ain't with nobody who want to goddamn go off of my popularity or want to hang around me because people know me. What's up, cuzzo? I really want to be with the people who genuinely want you to win because they know you the shit. Because if I'm catching a million, I'm teaching you how to catch a million. We got $2 million. Then next thing you know, we teaching our niggas. We got $10-20 million, and now we ain't even got a problem because we feeding everybody. You know what I mean? The problem is enrichment. Everybody always looking at you once you make it to a particular standard that you already made it. No, nigga, I ain't make it because I got a store. I still got to pay bills. I ain't at the point where shit paid off for 5 and 10 years. I ain't made it. My mama's still working. I ain't made it. I still got people in my family that's out here on drugs and shit. I ain't made it because I can't help them. If I can't help the people I love, I feel like I ain't made it. Yes, I'm happy that I was able to chase my dream and that I was saying, fuck everything else. Let me go tunnel vision. I went in my store. I painted that shit. I got everything together. I was like, fuck the job.
Shit.
You know what I mean? I just was like, fuck everything. Like, the women I went through a bad little, everything was just drowning me. And I was like, no, nigga, you can swim. Nigga, you really can swim. So it was like, get out of that shit, regroup. Fuck what the world say, because everybody talking like, oh, man. And I felt embarrassed. At first, I was like, damn, I put my whole life on social media. You know, I'm a private nigga. Everybody know that. I was with the same person for 9 years, and she probably got posted 4 times. I got into a situation where my whole life was on fucking social media, dog. And that shit failed. But you know what? It wasn't an issue for me. It was a lesson because I learned a lot of shit. You actually should keep your shit private. This is my lesson. You keep your life private until you know it's that one. You know what I mean? You don't got to post everything so people can know that you dating somebody. You know what I mean? Your niggas don't know right now if I'm engaged or married. Because it's like I decided to live backwards. I always was this nigga that, you know, but then I sat back.
Look, you see it?
I sat back and I was like, nah, I don't want that life no more. That shit ain't working. And just like you can't keep getting fucking burned and think that, oh, it's gonna heal every time. No, nigga, some of that shit gonna stay on your skin sometimes, and you gonna be like, damn. Like, and I embraced all that. I embraced like bad decisions I made for school, bad decisions I made about relationship, everything, because you need that shit. If you never experience stuff in life, you never gonna be like what you really want to be, because it's like you never experienced that. Talk to a person that had to get it on their own and talk to a person who was given that shit. You're gonna have 2 different conversations.
Talk about the conversation gonna be different. And bank account gonna be different.
It'll be different.
To be real, because if you're giving it, you're not going to appreciate it. If you ain't overcome nothing to get there, to get that in your hand and your grasp, if you ain't have to for that thing, if you ain't cry about that thing, if you ain't lose sleep, lose weight, all types of stuff, everybody looking at me like, what's going on with you? You losing all this weight? You in the gym? I have not been to the gym in a year, y'all. I'm paying for a gym membership. I tried to,
like, at the same time. Remember that?
I have been inconsistently, but I have been working out at home, but I haven't been doing like I'm supposed to. I'm losing weight and sleep. I mean, because I'm losing sleep and not eating like that because I'm worried about my businesses. If y'all knew everything that I was working on, which y'all won't know until it's time for y'all to know, because like she just said, everybody is not really, you know what I'm saying, for you. They talk like they for you. They so proud of you and oh my God and cool. All right, that's nice. But I will never divulge everything that I got going on, whether it be relationship, business-wise, none of that. I learned my lesson. I got burned too many times. Just like her, I was in a relationship for 8 years, public, posting, ooh, hey, king, ooh. Just to look crazy. And we're going to talk about it because we about to get into this toxicity. We about to get into this toxicity at this point.
So shout out to, not to cut you off, shout out to all the business owners. Shout out to everybody that's got an idea and is working on it. Shout out to everybody that's just, you know what I mean, doing everything that they wanted to do with themselves, chasing their dreams. If you're on that job and you don't like it, fuck them people and leave. You know how many people out here that's been living for free, who've been living off our tax money? It's time that we get that shit back. Even if you guys say, look, I ain't working, let me get some unemployment. Our pride be beating us up, and in the same token, good people don't win. You know what I mean? Honesty never really wins in this system. So at the end of the day, do what you gotta do like the other niggas did. And you know what I mean? Sometimes your pride gotta be put to the side. Do some shit so that you live out your dream. You don't really want to be sitting at home every day saying that you woulda, coulda, shoulda, and you wish you would have did this and you wish you would have did that. No, what you should do is get your ass up. Do that shit. Stop sitting back. Get the fuck off social media. Stop worrying about how that nigga got that lifestyle and create that shit for you in your head. Sometimes I sit in the bathroom and do interviews with myself. I be telling niggas like, I be just talking in the mirror like, yeah, how you get here? This shit that we doing right here, I get ready for that shit because it's coming. I'm going to be somewhere on the carpet. Niggas going to walk up to me like, what you got on? my shit. Cause I ain't changing how I talk. I'm gonna be that nigga. I'm gonna be saying, I ain't changing for y'all. They're gonna say, what you got on? Like, my shit. I always say that. Yeah, it's like, just tell them this.
PurePressha.
I'm like, man, all this shit right here is born fresh. All the way from my glasses to my watch. I want everything that I wear be my shit. I want it. I want everything to be me. Because at the end of the day, this is what I live by. This is my passion. Like when niggas say, that's the girl who born fresh, I be happy. I don't smile all the time because it's like, it feels so good. Sometimes I just be like, oh, they calling me born fresh. I love that because at the end of the day, that's what I am. I'm 10 years into this stuff, and sometimes you don't get. Some people pass you. I see a lot of brands out there. They pass you because they got different ways of doing shit, and I'm doing it this way. It ain't my time yet. Put it like that. It ain't no excuses. It just ain't my time yet. So at the end of the day, when it's your time, you gotta get ready. You gotta practice that shit. I'm ready for niggas to be like, look, we got this this meeting. They want to see your client, your line on this runway. So I'm practicing for all that because my time gonna come. Some people used to say I was too urban. What the fuck is winning now? Urban. Everybody want to be urban. Y'all niggas ain't want to be urban when I first came out. They're like, oh, your shit too urban. You can't be in RVA Fashion Week. They was loving me last year. I ain't coming back though because look, I want to create my own fashion week. This is, you know what I mean? I'm in the room to learn. I ain't in the room to keep on keeping on with y'all. I'm in the room to learn, and then I want to do it. You know what I mean? Y'all can do a fashion week. Let's do a Black Fashion Week. It's easy. You know how? Because just how y'all use me, I ain't going to use my people. We're going to all come together and make it bigger. See, we the faces of this shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this face, your face, our color, our skin, our tone, we set all this up. You know what I mean? And so at the end, we never can lose because they need us for everything. They needed us in slavery. They needed us to kill. They needed us to do everything, teach their children how to talk. So right now, while y'all playing with yourself, we the ones. Like, stop playing with these people. We
everybody been tripping off of that post that I made. Who do I think I am? I'm a god. I told you who I think I am, and I posted it on Motion. If you know, you know.
What's up? I'm rocking with you, Ace. When I get off here, I'm gonna follow you. I'm Ace_City. Hey, I'm rocking with you.
That's Asa. That's Asa from school. But yeah.
Asa. Oh shit, I gotta follow her, man. I'm rocking with you. You already know. Look, it even feel better when it's people that already knew what you went through. Like I went to an open mic and the dude was talking shit like, he was saying this and saying that. Hey sis on there too. What's up, B? Nigga was like, oh, we was born him because he was like, some of y'all ain't had y'all mothers and fathers at home. And I'm born him, boo. He like, you must have went to TJ.
And did. Know that.
I got on the stage. I got proof. I got footage. I got on the stage, took the mic. I'm up that shit talking my shit. I'm like, my man, you had your mother and father, but at the end of the day, when did you learn about respect for your people? Like, who side you on? How you up here talking about this and we the same? Talking about this, that, and the third about black people, like our same color skin, that be on that other shit. That's a scary world right there. And that man just had me, I was just like, what?
You don't know who you are.
Yeah, he like, my mama ain't have to walk to work. But bitch, I saw my mama walk to work. And guess what? When I be able to buy my mom all them cars that your mom wish she had because your ignorant, arrogant ass thought that it was okay to disrespect, you're going to be mad. But at the end of the day, people like that, that's more motivation. When you meet people with that type of mindset, you just got to sit back and be like, wow.
It make me, like, it just like the people who keep, like the people that came to me with that, like it's been multiple people, like why you got the fire burning. Somebody even said it on one of the podcasts, like you got too many fires burning or something like that. One of them, something ain't gonna go.
Well, like your spiritual, like what you do. Like
cool. Huh?
You talking about like what you was doing for your spiritual moves and like spiritual
stuff, me doing the podcast and the radio shows and me doing the jewelry and the painting and the candles. He said, doing hair, all that stuff. He said, you doing too much. And I'm a mother of 3 and I work a full-time job plus all of this stuff. I'm about to leave a full-time job for good. But like, what?
Yeah. No, look, we was given 2 hands, right? We was given 2 hands, and at the end of the day, we lost all our fingers on that bitch. How the fuck is we gonna work? We gonna have to find a way still to work. So with them hands we gotta touch everything that moves us. That's why you got these motherfucking hands. Even if you had one, you still got that one hand that can pick up something and draw with one finger. You could take your finger, put paint on that bitch, and still do a canvas because you already knew how to move your body. People can't tell you how to be who you are, especially when you are an artist. When you are an artist, you're insane because
I'm a creator.
You are an artist.
When I try to sit still, that's why I can't sit still at these jobs. Like when I try to sit for too long, I lose my mind, bro. I lose, like, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like after I had that conversation with him, like a week later, I wasn't working for them people no more. Like I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It drives me crazy because the whole time I'm sitting there working for them for that little bit of money, even if it is in the, you know what I'm saying, 50, 60,000, whatever, I'm thinking about how much money I can be making for myself. And granted, I might not get that money right now, but I know where I'm going, bro. I know where some of this art is about to be. I know that's what I'm self-teaching myself. Nobody taught me how to do this. I've been teaching myself since last July. Just trust the process, because I'm trying to tell you, it's about to get real. When I drop this apparel with my stuff on it, when I do these collabs and stuff that I got coming up with other people and stuff,
don't still ask people. Tell them,
when this podcast really be real, because I'm getting equipment, I'm stacking up equipment, I'm ready to be in a real office setting. We ready to get it. Yeah.
So since you say that, when everybody be saying me like, what Toxic Tuesdays at? Just wait on it, baby. It ain't going I just wanted it in a better setting. I wanted to really have a mic. I wanted to have people to be able to sit beside me. You see how we is right here. I want to talk, and then I want to be like, look, chime in, my nigga. I wanted what I wanted, so I stopped it. And when I'm able to really focus in on it, it's gonna come back. Cause I swear to God, on my brother, yesterday I'm out. I seen you. I'm out, and the nigga said, "What Toxic Tuesday is that?" Oh, you was in Jamaica. I said, I ain't did Toxic Tuesday in like 2 months, like maybe a month and a half. He was like, for real, I ain't been on Facebook. I said, I gotta read, cause it had too many people viewing that shit. I need some money off that. You know what I mean? I ain't working for free, not from y'all, but I need to get on these little internet platforms. YouTube need to be paying me. I need to be getting some money off that shit. That shit was too crazy. That shit was too crazy, bro. I was like, man, I wish at some point I would have completely stopped and bought the equipment and been in the process of it now. But I had so many things, like me trying to open up. I had to relocate my business, just little shit. You know what I mean?
I have a Chromebook tablet over here, and I have my phone, and I put it on YouTube, and I've started getting paid because once you
I should have started doing it. Look, I came in my other room. I'm like, shit, I got my thing already up. Like, what I'm talking about? I got my banner up already. So I was like, man, and honestly, like I be telling.
Right there with your headphones, you can sit there and
I was like,
old videos off Facebook that are saved in your archives and start posting them and start building up your subscribers so you can be paid by the time you got the equipment you want.
I wasn't thinking, I was like, man, let me start that talking.
Oh, you can do that now. They're in your archives.
And look, just because, like, even with us right here and seeing the way they set up, I'm like, shit, this dope enough right here. I like this. I don't nobody need all that big da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Saving money is always the plan, baby. But I like this. I like how, and I thought about I had these because I be working on these joints to travel with them. I never really use them more than that. But I was like, shit, I got these. I gotta put these on and talk. You know what I mean? Hands-free and shit. But either way, man, it's just a beautiful thing. I appreciate you even. I know you had hit me up last time, but it's like every fucking time I leave that store, like I said, I just want to come home, light a candle, take a shower, and just be like, because it's some days that I got bad days in there, and I want to be like, yo, what's my next step so that I never fall. I always want to catch myself. I never want people to. I got an amount of money that I want to make a day, and when I don't make it, I got to figure out what I'm gonna do in that time frame to be like, let me up that sale, let me just little ways to move shit around. As entrepreneurs, like this shit is gambling with your life. You know what I mean? You're gambling every day. You never know if you're gonna make one sale, if you're gonna make 2 sales. So it's like you got to be smart about your money and move smartly, you know what I mean? At the same time, you gotta live life. Cause at first I was saying, oh man, I went all in with this shit. I ain't traveling, I ain't doing that. I'm on my 5th trip this year. I'm like, fuck it, man. I'm not fitting to be one of them niggas that never enjoy the world because I was so busy trying to run a business. When God Look, when God said fit and said you are going to be in this spot and this is where you're going to be at, build your brand, bring people in. At that point, I already knew my purpose. Once you know your purpose, all that other stuff that people be talking about, it's just it go out of your ear. It's like, man, that's on you. It's like that's on you. That's how you thinking. But once God saying fit for who you are and what your purpose is, you gotta live your life because He already laid that down, man. He's saying live your life. Feed your people. Make sure that you always stay humble. That's why with me, I never feel like I got to be in a crowd of people. If I got to go, I be out by myself. When you can move around by yourself, you know you godly. You know what I mean? I don't need a million niggas to go out with me. I'll pop up and pull out by myself. I don't got to watch my back because the way I am. You know what I mean? I don't do shit to people. I'm not one of them. You know what I mean? We good out here. So I feel good in my city, but I also know it's time to like expand. You know what I mean? It's the city, but it's time to get out. Business ain't the goal. It's the plan. Hey. That's the plan. But yeah, like keep doing what you do.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been telling people close to me, like, I was saying 5 years, but it might be like 2 years, if that. Like, I got to get out of here. I'm suffocating. Yeah. Like I said, my tentacles, everything is like, everything I'm doing and stuff. I have sent paintings to California. I've sent paintings to New York. I've sent paintings to Philly. I've sent paintings to Atlanta. I've sent paintings and jewelry. All this, like, the people who support me are not here.
My idea, like for my eyewear, how I want to promote that. Yeah, my bad. You was breaking up. My bad. So no, you doing it smartly. Once people see you moving outside the city, then they want to be on your shit. Like, it's crazy. Once they see, like, it's just a crazy, funny acting story that goes on and on. But just even my idea how I want to promote my eyewear is so different. It ain't even like how I did my other shit. And I'm just waiting on it because I'm like, bro, I got to move this shit. Like, after just bringing it out and niggas having it and saying like the quality, like having niggas that were them frames just saying how my shit is, it just made me feel like, damn, it's really time to go.
Really focusing on my art. That's the thing. Affordable. My art, like a lot of my pieces are like $200. Nobody inquires, and the ones who do inquire, they don't be serious for real. It's people that's not here or people that are from here, but they've moved from here, so they get it. You know what I'm saying? They understand. You know what I'm saying? Those are who support me.
Like that's your price because you doing that shit. You know what I mean? Like it's work behind it. It ain't. You know what I mean? Like that's your price. Your price is your price. You know what I mean? And after really like being connected to this woman that basically told me like your price is your price. Like you know the value of what you want to do. Ain't nobody doing no $20-$25 shirt. And then sometimes you might, if you don't want to pay for my shit, you got 500 other nigga shit you can wear. Don't come to me for no fucking discount. Cause it ain't that, nigga. I done worked too hard for this shit. Even like for real. And I was tripping on myself like, man, I dropped these. Ain't nobody gonna want to pay me for my frames. Shit, niggas is on it. Like you undercut yourself trying to please everybody or trying to be reasonable price. What is a reasonable price when these same niggas can go out here and wear that shit? Some of that shit fake, but they wearing it. You still paying over $100 for fake shit. You mean tell me you can't come in the store and spend some fucking money with me and this shit is black owned? This is designs that's coming from me. Now I ain't make the frames, but I hand selected what I wanted. I'm not telling you to drop your price. High prices are part of okay. I know that's right.
But see, the thing, like, I feel like a lot of that just comes from small-minded people or people who just don't get creatives. Like, if I can't afford to get it, then I can't afford to get it. But I'm not going to tell you that your price is not, you know what I'm saying, what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that can afford it.
You know your product. And then the thing about it, like you said, people will figure it out when it's something that they really want. So if I really want it, then I'm gonna straight up what it is. Like that's how I feel about my art. Like if y'all knew the process and the art process, like how I do this. Like people think I know how to draw. I do not know how to draw. This is straight paint, hand to brush to canvas. Like this is straight from me. The things that I'm going through and the stuff that I'm pushing through when I'm painting, that's of value to me. And whether you see that to be valuable or not, cool. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm putting them at? I don't care. It is what it is. And I'm about to start doing these pop-up shops and stuff like that. And then once they start selling out, the price going up. So I don't know what to tell you. And I'm doing bigger paintings now. I'm doing like these 18 by 24s. Yeah, it's about to get real, especially with this 3D art. All the stuff that I'm ordering to incorporate into my pieces, and it's about to get real. Greeting cards, all types of things. You know what I'm saying? Let's not hold that up. There is definitely a plan. There's definitely things that I'm about to do, that I'm about to get on to.
Another thing is, I mean, nothing is given. Like the money that you're working for and you putting into it, it's like you gotta make the money back, and you want to profit. I want to profit from my time, my thoughts. Everything counts. Every single thing that you put into what you're doing, you gotta get it paid back. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like I said, motherfucker will walk into Foot Locker, a nigga will walk into Nike, cause I wear Nike fucking briefs and sweats, bro. Nike bra is fucking $50. You know what I mean? Vice versa. You leaving on Nike with 3 items for $120, when at the end of the day, it's like, and y'all complaining, like, not even that, it's just like so much stuff that people complain about. But you know what you do? You lose that type of crowd by sticking to your guns, and you gain a new crowd of people. Because I got so many people. Even if I had 2 or 3 people in my store, I made my goal, because the nigga is coming in saying, give me that for my wife, give me that for my kids, give me that. And it ain't even got to be 1 million people in my store. It can be, I can have literally 3 customers, and niggas is spending money because they like what you're doing and they supporting you. So at the end of the day, you might lose people, but you gaining the crowd that you want to get. I always thought that at some point I will outgrow Richmond, because we always catch on late. We catch on late to fashion, and we catch on late to so much shit that people don't feel like paying for the price. Niggas has been doing this shit in this place way before us, and then when we start doing it, they want to lowball us. Like, huh? Nah, it's not happening. I'm not doing that shit. I be like, I mean, you don't really get that problem, because at the end of the day, we all out here. The most people that support me, I be meeting so many entrepreneurs. Dude came in my store today. Shout out to Essence Apparel. He came in there today and was like, looking around, got stuff. He was like, I just wanted to support. He was like, I got my own brand. I was like, what? So it's love in the air, for real. It's love in this city, but also with that it comes haters, and you just got to keep pushing, like, keep it moving. I know we was gonna switch the topic up and get to that toxic shit, but look, I keep talking about
though. This is important. Like,
look, while we on here, I know we on my personal page.
We can talk as long as we want to. It don't matter.
Look, you know I know we on this one. I am Nelly Fresh, but y'all that's on here, follow my business pages, BornFresh_apparel. If y'all ain't already following me, I know some people ain't tapped in, but they still can watch it. So if y'all looking at it, just follow BornFresh_apparel. And y'all talk about
tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? And it'll be on all other streaming platforms. It'll be on Spotify. It'll be on Google Podcasts, Facebook Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and some other, like a whole lot of podcasts, a whole lot of platforms.
It's everywhere, a whole lot.
It's everywhere.
You already. Go ahead. What you was going to say?
Show them shades. Let me see them.
I'm over here cleaning these Jones out, because these are my own personal ones. But here's the rare one. So look, when I get close on that screen, right? I just want y'all to show these Jones right here. These the Rouge. So they're actually red. I don't know if y'all can see the red tint, but the Born Fresh is right there on the corner. You can't miss that Born Fresh. So these the red pair right here. Then I got these ones sold out. Fucking released them. These the player Jones right here. These, you know, everybody be wanting the brown tinted frames. So these probably like the most popular ones.
That's CeeLo. I'm at the.
I reordered these motherfuckers. I was like, yo, I need them. And every time people come, like, you still got them brown ones. So here's the brown. And then, like I said, I was over here cleaning. I wear the brown all the time. These the blue ones. So these the wave Jones. I love the blue. You know what I mean? You gotta be crazy with the swag to wear blue. Look.
That's right. Everybody. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, come on to cop these. You already know. And look, these frames, this ain't no like, oh, that's all you getting. Nah, you getting your dust bag with them.
Yeah, love it.
This the Born Fresh dust bag.
Come on,
Then you get your cloth. Like, then you get your cloth with it. This ain't no foo-foo. And then it's the box for me. So everything on here said Born Fresh by S. Sounds. This the box. So this your box that you getting them in. Like, come on, man. It's a whole setup. It's a whole setup. Y'all niggas ain't going Cartier, drop like 12, 1400 on frames, and that's y'all business. But when you come to me, it's straight money. It's like, ain't no, what you want? You got you got it. Let's go. Check out. And that's it. But like I said, I mean, it's just that. Everybody that know me know I keep a pair of shades on. Like, so I kept saying, what else I'm gonna do next? I'm like, shit, I want to do the shades. I'm gonna touch the watch game. I'm gonna touch everything until I touch that money that I need to be touching. And once I do that, I'm still gonna keep going. You never get settled. You never get comfortable with life. That's one thing that, you know what I mean, my person I look up to business-wise is Jay-Z. Like, you never get comfortable. Even when you become a millionaire and a billionaire, it's still more money to get. It's still more shit to get, because what you want to do is always have that wealth and that platform that your family, black people, we really don't have it where our kids grow up and they never have to work because somebody left us some money. You know what I mean? We really don't really be having it like that. We ain't known to have it. But this new generation, I feel like it's just gonna break that curse. Like, I don't gotta work. All I gotta do, I gotta work, but at least I'm going to work under my father's business or my mom. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like I gotta go to a 9 to 5. No, we got our own shit because we don't work in the field way too long, nigga. The call center is the field. It's the same shit. It's a different setting. You know what I mean? But it ain't knocking nobody that do it. But we gotta start playing the game they play. And being entrepreneurs, I support that 100%. Even if you're doing it for a little while and you make it your life, everyday thing that you're doing, just do it. Everybody got a God-given talent. I'm telling you, like, some of us got too much. Like I said, man, sometimes I feel like I'm supposed to be a rapper. Like, the shit that I just be coming up and saying, I just be like, damn, I'm slick with my mouth. But at the end of the day, it's never too late to tap in your talents. Either you can be 50 years old, you sit right there and write a fucking song. That song makes you a billionaire. Like, you never know, nigga, until you try. And that's one thing about life. You got to keep trying, because if you don't try, you just stuck. You know what I mean? You stuck. Yeah. You stuck at work. You stuck in that relationship. You stuck being toxic because you don't want to change. No, let me
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about that toxic.
Listen.
Oh, what's up, K Diddy? Hold on, my nigga Karen on here. Karen came
listen,
from
y'all.
Facebook.
Talk to y'all about this toxicity, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot going on out here, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, we all been toxic. If you haven't been toxic, keep living. Okay? Because, like, I went through, you know what I'm saying, my little toxic phases, but this is the thing. Like, my toxicity was never the busting windows, slashing tires, that type of stuff. Mine was more like mind shit. Like, I was a mind game person at one time. When I was like 24 to like 27, I was playing games. I knew I was playing games. What else? But once I, you know what I'm saying, let that go. But while I was going through that, I was dealing with males that were giving me the other toxic stuff. They was bleaching my clothes. They was putting sugar in niggas' gas tanks. They was like chasing me down. And it's like recently in the last couple of years, I went through a situation that was just toxic, and it turned me back into like 25-year-old Renita. Like, I was wilding, and it was like, how did I get back? Like, I was driving other people's cars, driving through the projects. I was all the stuff I never did before that people was doing to me, doing pop-ups, blowing up phones, all that stuff that I wanted to do first.
You was doing pop-ups.
It was like, where did this come from? Like, this is not even who I am. I ain't never been like this in my life. But that person was being way more toxic to me than I was being toxic to him. Like, dude was wilding out. Like, dude was straight up, like, pulling up on people that I didn't even know because he saw them in my comments on Instagram. He was, like, pulling up, like, you know her, what you talking to her for? Like, all that type of stuff. It was getting back to me. Dude was, like, stalking my social medias, all that, take that down, why you wearing that, all that extra nonsense that I'm not conforming to. So if that's your stilo, don't even jump in my inbox. Don't ask me nothing. Don't say nothing to me. Try to holler at me. I am who I am, and I like who I am. If you don't like who I am, then keep it pushing. For real.
Absolutely fact.
Because y'all get on my nerves. Y'all get on my nerves with this. But I went through a lot. I went through a lot in that situation. And it was just like, why are you so toxic? Like, I was talking to me and that person, like, why do you keep dealing with this? Why y'all keep coming back? Why do you keep coming back? When I try to not deal with you, you chasing me, you coming back, you doing all this extra stuff, popping up and all that stuff. When you turn away from me, I'm blowing up the phone. I'm calling from text numbers and stuff.
So you was real live, like y'all was battling the toxic. Y'all was like
I was toxic.
Y'all playing hot potato with the shit. I got you. So
we was going back and forth. And if you know anything about spirituality, I believe in twin flames and all that stuff. But I also know that that don't mean necessarily y'all belong together. And that person was a mirror to me to show me what I had given to other people before, or what I was pushing people through. That was a mirror. Like, okay, all right, you dealt with your childhood stuff. Now let's deal with the stuff you done did as an adult. This is some of the stuff you was putting people through. This is what their mind was going through to make them want to do the stuff they was doing to you. Like, this is why, like, I was triggered. And I was just like, how could you do this to me? Like, me? Are you serious? Do you know who I am? Like, boy, what?
That's what it is for real.
It was like, okay, so that's how I was making people feel. I was making people feel like I was belittling them. I was like emasculating them. I was making them feel small. Like, this is what you was doing to them. You were humbling them, but not in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a wake up call for me. And it was like, also like, yeah, not doing this. Ain't doing it. It also made me realize, like, after that point, like, I'm real cutthroat about it. Like, if you bring that energy to me, if I see it, if I smell it, if it feel like it, anything like that, I'm out of here. I can't do it. And I feel like that's like a catch-22, because sometimes, you know, there are people who you can talk to and work through that stuff, that's willing to work through it. But I don't even know if I have it in me now at this point to be trying to see if you can get your stuff done. Like, like, if I don't answer my phone one time and you send the wrong message, like, you send me some stuff like, oh, you must be with them. If I go out somewhere and you like, oh, you stay at that bar. if we have an encounter and then you feel like, oh, you know that's mine, like, you cut. I can't do it. Like, I cannot do it, because
you're not giving nobody no chance to, like, basically trigger you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just
trigger me. I don't want to trigger you. You know what I'm saying? And if we have, like, I'll have a conversation with you. I don't mean like I'm just going to be like, the first, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that simple. Like, I'm going to try to have a conversation with you, but depending on how the conversation is and where your mind state is about the subject, it's probably going to be, because a lot of times it's like, well, if you're going to be dealing with me, this is da-da-da. Hold on. But if we have an understanding that you got whoever you talk to, you deal with who you talk to, we not in a relationship, then you can't put stipulations on me that you're not abiding by.
First and foremost, did it say, Nelly, is you giving chance?
That would be said. No, I am. And this is the thing. I have been giving people chances, but it's also like, I know what I want. And I'm straight up with people. Like, I tell people from jump, like, it's certain things that I'm just not willing to negotiate about. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to my love life, like, I'm a mother, you know what I'm saying? So it's certain things that's just non-negotiable. And if you're bringing stuff and certain energy to me, I'm not dealing with that because I got to be alive for them. And it's been like, and some people have paid attention to other episodes. I talk about a situation where I've been trying to date, and I was dating somebody, and they automatically started posting me. Like within 48 hours of us talking to each other, they started posting me and tagging me and telling me they was in love with me. And I was just like, what?
I mean, what we in? We in 2022. So this is how the dating pool is going. For me. I'm not talking about nobody else. Because number one, I have been on the end where the person was toxic, and then I've been the toxic person. Wait, so let me get back to this comment. Nelly, is you giving chances? I ain't giving shit. Let me tell you something. It's cut and dry for me. I tell you what I want, I tell you what I need, and I tell you what is expected. You tell me the same thing, right? We come to an agreement that this is what we giving. And as soon as you go fucking crazy on me and I can't find you and try to understand where your brain at, I can't think for you. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm big on communication. If you don't communicate with me, I'm an overthinker. You gotta get gone. Like, cause it's like, baby, all I want you to do is talk to me. That's simple. We adults. Everybody that I'm fucking with is over 30 years old. So at the end of the day, if I'm dating, we over 30. So it's like, we should be able to sit down and say, look, babe, I don't like what you post. Next time when you post and you talk about something, be considerate of me. Because my problem is I dated for so long, but I was never considerate of the other person. Because this girl allowed me to do so much. I brought that to everybody else. Like, shit, I can go out. I can do this. I can hang out all night. I can be with my friends. But then that ended. And then I started dating. And other people like, oh, you go out too much. So I was like, oh, I go out too much. Oh, you mean to tell me you want to tell me what the fuck I need to be doing? I can't go out. Did it and we ain't. You know what I mean? So I'm like, but then but look, as I sit back now, you really gotta change shit when you want different. You know what I mean? Because if you want this person to be serious with you, you gotta cut back on a lot of shit that gets in the way of y'all actually dating. Because how are you dating and being there for someone if you're always in the club? You know what I mean? And so it was different from when I was in a relationship and me and that person always was together when we went out versus you being in a new relationship and you always out. They like, well, damn, you always in the club. I'm not getting a chance to get to know you. So I get it and I don't, but that toxic shit is draining. I used to be big on, you know what I mean? I did Toxic Tuesdays. Like I said, I want to get back to it and I'm a bit revisit it. But it's draining because when you're toxic, you got to think about this shit. Toxic people have to keep up with a lot of lies. You know what I mean? When you toxic, you got to keep up with so many fucking lies. You got to remember, toxic, yes. When you toxic, you got to keep up with a lot of lies. Mind you, I was out here dating and shit. I cut all that shit out. I'm like, man, listen, I'm not about to be finna go out here and be paying all this money on these dates. And I don't even like the bitch. You know what I mean? Like, we don't even click. Like, and I just kept going on these dates and it was just horrible dates. And it was like, I never knew like the person that you really have a connection with be the person waiting in the back. Not really waiting, but the person that you overlook sometimes. Or the person that you really need to be giving your energy to ain't none of these bitches. You know what I mean? We always got this image of this person that we want to be with. We want to be with a person that's short. We want to be with a person that's, you know what I mean, this way. But we can't sit right here and say we want to be with a certain person. You got to accept the person that's bringing you great things in your life. Whether they was your type. What is having a type? Right now, I feel like I used to go after women that I knew was like mixed or something. Not saying I don't like black women, but I used to like these fucking girls, and every time I talk to them, they be like, "Oh, I'm Haitian and black. I'm part of," you know what I mean? And they used to be like, "God damn, I got a type," and then they all bisexual. So it's like, I got a type. So dating a woman that's fully lesbian is so different. It's like, yo, this bitch is a lesbian. Like, I ain't. A woman is bad, but I learned a lot of things about like a true lesbian woman versus like I've always dated a bisexual woman. I never thought about that shit because you know why? I've always either been their first or I've been like a person when they going through shit with their boyfriend, they want to try me and shit. So I'm like, all these years, I've been the fucking dummy. I've been the test dummy. You know what I mean? Toxic. So at this point, it's like shit. You met a woman that is really like gay and she love pussy. Excuse me. So it's like it's different because it's just the whole conversation about a lot of stuff is different. Not to say oh you separating the two. Women are women. Women for real. Every woman wants to be happy. They want to feel like they're cared for, they love. Even women that's a little aggressive like me. Not saying I ain't even really that more aggressive. It's just more so the way I dress. But all women want to be respected. And once you learn that a woman wants to be respected, she want to feel like she number one. She don't want to feel like she in competition with nobody. And if you saying you dating a woman, you got to really pour into her and stop giving these other people attention. Me, I'm a nice nigga. So if somebody come up, I be smelling, and I got a business. So I used to be like, yeah, I engage with women. Now I be like, excuse me. I'm not even being rude, but if you coming up to me, I'm like, excuse me. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't that. Because at the end of the day, once you allow, hold on. Hey, somebody in my DM wilding right now. I don't know what they talking about pussy. I don't know. Y'all wilding. But anyway, when you accept the fact that you can't fuck up certain things, because being toxic has lost me a lot of good shit. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you can say the same, but nigga, I was out here. I was saying. I love it here, and I really did.
Listen. And it was like, it's so good to me. It was so good.
Look, they said being played by a woman sucks, so you got played. Damn. It do suck too. And then when you got niggas that go through shit, I know you probably know what I'm saying. When you got niggas that's going through shit, and you that nigga that do that type of shit, that ever hit you like? A nigga be like,
all the time. Listen, my brother came to visit one time because he lived in Colorado too. He came to visit, and he was standing in my living room. He was on the phone with a girl, right? And they was having a conversation, and it was like, I squared up with him. Like, when he got off the phone, I was like, I want to fight you so bad. And he was like, why? And I was like, because I'm hurt. Like, that conversation you just had, like, you calling her drunk at 1 o'clock in the morning because you feel some type of way. You ain't even in the state. You just calling her to mess up her emotions and mess her up at 1 o'clock in the daggone morning because you drunk and thinking about her being toxic. Like, leave that woman alone. You told her you don't want her. You told her you ain't dealing with her. Why is you hitting her up? Oh, I was so mad. It was like, bro, are you for real? It was like, damn, I didn't look at it that way. And it's crazy because when you the toxic person, you don't look at it that way. What you giving off to people and how that make people feel, like, you really don't pay attention to that. You like, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my person, and I'm going to do it. I don't care. Like, and it's crazy, like drunk texting is a thing, bruh. Okay? Drunk texting is a thing. And I am at a point, because I've been single for so long, I need somebody to take my phone when I get drunk, bruh. I really do. Like,
so you actively doing that, but at the same time, nigga complaining about women.
Okay, so no. I haven't been doing it like for real until my birthday. Like, when my birthday came, it's like, I haven't acted on anything, but I've been sending messages that I know I ain't want to send to the people I ain't want to be sending it to. I ain't even sending it. And they knew that I shouldn't have been sending it to me, so they like, you know what I'm saying? No, like, it's her birthday. Taurus season, she wilding out right now. So, cool. But it's also made me think and recognize as well, like, certain people and certain connections you think are over with, or that you've done with, or stuff that you think you have gotten out, you probably haven't gotten out in process. Like, I had to take time, like, after reading what I sent and stuff like that, I went and wrote out letters to them people to say the stuff, everything that I wanted to say and I needed to get off of me, and I burned it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to remove that, because it was like, the stuff that I was saying, it wasn't like on the wild stuff, like, you know what I'm saying, unsexually. It was just like me expressing myself and how I felt about situations and how stuff had went that I hadn't addressed, because I was trying to be mature and I ain't want to seem like I felt some type of way. You know what I'm saying? When I felt some type of way. And that's about self-accountability, like accepting that you do feel some type of way, that certain things do, you know what I'm saying, make you, you know, take you out your square. So I did, you know what I'm saying, went ahead and let that go. And I feel better about it, because now I know I ain't got to worry about it.
And that's another thing. Look, that's another thing. when you have experienced so much toxic shit, when you've been a toxic person, you experience toxic relationships, it humbles you to the point where you're in a space where the shit just really don't move you. Like me, I ain't even gonna lie, like, I used to be one of them niggas knowing that bitches, I go somewhere, not bitches, females, I'm destined to leave there with a number or somebody, you know what I mean, going, whatever. When I go out now, I be running straight to a seat. I want to sit down. I want to drink. Can you give me a hookah? Now I'm on my hookah shit. Let me get a hookah sometime. I don't even want to be seen in the club. My nigga, when I walk through, I be walking so fast sometimes people be pulling me. They be like, damn,
I was talking to you for a minute, and I ran. Then I was like,
oh, took my ass. Look, and I meant to hit you up like, my bad. I want to sit down.
That was yesterday, y'all. She straight. I'm like, no, I ain't even one of your bitches.
Let's be honest. No. Let's be honest. Did you see everybody talking to me, right?
I saw, it was like paparazzi. It started getting crowded. I was like, oh.
And I ran. I was like, what the fuck? Why is everybody talking to me at one time? And mind you, like, I literally love talking to motherfuckers, don't get me wrong. But sometimes when you're tired and you just want to go out and have a drink and chill, you don't want to be talking to everybody. I literally ran to the fucking seat because I knew the game was coming on. I was like, shit, and I thought about it later, like, I'll talk to her tomorrow then. Because I'm like, an hour had passed, and I was like, damn, I ain't even tell Anita bye. I just went the fuck and sat down. Like, nigga, I ran out there to the seat, and when nobody out there, I was like, woo. Because it's an escape. It's like, sometimes you don't really want to talk about the shit that you've done. Like, most of them was talking about, like, oh, you just went to Jamaica. Yes, nigga, I'm mad that I'm back here. Like, I don't want to. So...
Every person that walked in there, oh, Jamaica.
Everybody was talking about Jamaica. I'm looking like, nigga, do you see where I'm at now? I'm not in that fucking villa. I ain't waking up to a pool every morning. I ain't say I hate it here, but I'm trying to figure out a way that I can really live that lifestyle. That's a lifestyle, my nigga.
It is.
So while we here, I'm gonna shout her out.
I need it. I deserve.
Look, I told you, like, put yourself in circles and people that want to see grow. Like, my homegirl, Sean, she's the owner of Aces, and that's who I was with. It was her birthday, and she basically, like, handpicked her people that she could have picked 1 million people, but she really see the hard workers. She see the people that's been under her, that support her. I stick by my nigga like ain't nothing to it because I know that's her passion, her baby. You know what I mean? She had already had some shit go down in good times. She had to leave there, then open up Aces. So Aces is really trying to put the city on. She offers everything in one building. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, she's like, shit, I got this going on for my birthday. What I need to do? Book a flight. So you mean to tell me this big ass house, all I'm doing is booking, nigga. I walked in
out of here.
When I landed in Jamaica, I had my shades on. When I landed in Jamaica, I had tears in my eyes. Not because the fact that I'm coming here and partying with these women, but this was some shit that I always want to do. Mind you, I'm going in July for my birthday, but it brought tears in my eyes. I'm like, damn, I'm in Jamaica. Like, I don't know about y'all niggas, but that fuck all the rest of them places. I always want Africa and Jamaica. Like, I always said I wanted to go. And I'm not a smoker. So when I was in Jamaica and seeing people enjoying the culture, everybody smoking and shit, my fucking lungs was burning. I ain't gonna, but I embraced it because it was like, this is my people. Like, bruh, it felt so good to be in Jamaica. Like, we rolled through them fucking neighborhoods that you see on TV. I seen fucking goats come into the car. Like, I was really like in Jamaica. Like, nigga, what? So, long story short,
my mom like trying to get me to go. That's where I was supposed to get married.
What?
I'm
Montego Bay. I can vouch.
I'm going to Grenada. I'm going to the West Indies. I'm going.
You absolutely gotta go. Everybody, when you get a chance, go and experience it. Like, you know what I mean, Jamaica. Like the shit you see on TV, even when you walk in the club, like how they is, and they're very aggressive. We had to leave one spot one night because one nigga just would not leave the group alone. I wasn't around it, but when I came back, they was like, "No, it's time to go." I'm like, "What's wrong?" They was like, the dude won't leave because they all want to sell you weed. Number one, I told the girls, I said, don't take weed from them. Don't take no pills. Don't take nothing. If y'all smoke, I hope y'all bought y'all own shit. One person smoked. She bought all her own shit. You know what I mean? And I was like, that was smart of you because you really don't, you know what I mean? They lacing shit. Like, don't take nothing from them. So this one guy, he come over there. He put the shit in my hand. I was like, bro, you got a problem because I don't smoke this shit. He was like, just give me a tip. Gave it back. I go to the bathroom. I come back. Everybody mad. I'm like, what's going on? They like, he won't leave us alone. I mean, the nigga, it was to the point, nigga, when we left out, he was looking over the balcony looking for us. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
But it be like that.
They crazy. No, they like some of them is just too aggressive. But luckily, we had a driver. So what was included with us? We had a butler. We had maid. Well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say maid, housekeeping. We had a butler, housekeeping. We had a chef. And we had a guard 24 hours on the property, and we had a driver. She had all this shit set up. This is a black woman from Petersburg, Virginia, who had this shit turned up. She turned up. Men always do this. Dudes do this for their friends and shit. But this was a woman who set the standard for all of us. Every night we prayed, every dinner, every breakfast, lunch, dinner, we prayed. We said a prayer, and like in her voice, like she praying for her people. She saying, like, thank y'all. You know, just embracing the fact that this shit I'm doing for y'all right here, y'all can do it for y'all people. I feel like it was one of them things that, let me show you what you really can do to pay off to bring your people. What I was looking, man, I looked at that same villa for December, but it's booked for the whole year. Shit, I guess people already know about it. That's around the world and shit. But it's one of them things where I would love to take my family. Like, it was just beautiful. You walk into this house and it's 7 rooms and 9 bathrooms. Like, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? And then to hear like how much stuff worth out there. So one of our dollars is $146 to them. So $1 bill of American money is $146 to them. And for real, it's like they fiend for American money. And I was so mad at the airport. I'm like, shit, let me get all this Jamaican money. They don't tell you at the airport is a fucking ripoff. So if you're on here and you're going to Jamaica, don't get that money because they're ripping you off at the airport. Take your money to them streets and give it to them people because they need it. That's how they really, really make money. So the driver was like, it's a ripoff. Man, I was up there and gave them people $400 at the airport. Like, give me y'all money. Shit won't worth nothing for real. Not that, you know what I mean? But when you go down there and you pay for stuff, it really won't worth nothing. It was like, if you gave them $1, you was straight. So, long story short, man, you go over there and take care of them people, man. Even with us tipping them separately, Sean gave this man like $15,000 of his money on top of like 5 of ours. Then we gave him 100. They literally told them we was the best fucking people that came there. And so when niggas is asking me about the information, I ain't giving it to everybody because y'all not going over there and fucking up them people's shit. Period. I kept saying, I know this nigga ain't talking about he want to go because y'all don't fuck it up. You know what I mean? We gotta keep some shit so that they, like, we really have to appreciate them people. Like, I really appreciate them people. Like, the man, we was our driver. He was really our security guard. He walked us into these clubs. Like, he put his life up there for us. So at the end of the day, man, in the maid, like, I said, I got OCD. Can you wash my clothes first and separately? She was like, and she did that shit for me, bro. It's like, you really got to see it and feel it to you understand how much we are really needed to be grateful over here. I needed to see that. I mean, I always think like that, but to actually see it and be like, bruh, like $1 is $146 to them. Think about that shit. The house that we was in was $500,000. You know that would have been like 6-8 million over here. Yes, it was 500,000. That's what it's worth over there.
I'm about to move.
You about to move over there and buy some shit. Let me tell you something. They had land out there.
I'm about to go buy me some land in Jamaica.
They had a big ass. We was talking about it. They had land out there.
I'm about to go open PurePressha pieces and things in Jamaica.
Right over there. And look, you would fit in. No one. They would fucking.
I would, because I'm West Indian, so I know I.
You right there. So anyway, they know when you ain't from there. They can see what you got on your style. Like they were just embracing that shit. So it was good. I see the shit on TV. You know how you see the cars and people selling fruit and they walk up to the cars. All that shit was happening, bro. But enough with that.
And my mom and godmom have been back and forth over there. Like I don't know how many times, yo. Like,
okay. But
you go.
Not to get off subject, but just embracing the culture, man. Not to get off subject. I know that y'all wanted, the locks is crazy over there, long, beautiful, and all that shit. But I know a lot of people, that the new thing out here in the world is being toxic. The word toxic has been used more within the last year and a half that has ever been used.
Because like, people are stir crazy. Y'all locked us in the house. Don't nobody feel safe. Even though, no, for real, think about it. For real, Nelly, think about it. Us in the house, y'all told us that everybody could have it. Some people zombies. Y'all did this to us, and we been sitting here with nothing to do but look at social media and text people and get drunk and smoke and text people and get drunk some more and text people, or sit in the house doing nothing but create all these soul ties with people that we know we don't really like, but this who I got access to because that other one got COVID. So I'm not gonna go over there. All of that. Don't try to act like you know, because that's what some people was doing. Some people was making toxic COVID relationships out here. And then when everything was free and clear, quote unquote, then they was dipping on people like, oh, this who I really wanted to be with. This who she feel better now. I'm going home. Like, what? Now you wondering why she outside your mama's house. Like, come on, bro. You introduced her to everybody because she was a Jane for like 2-3 months. Now you back outside with Shawty because she free.
We back outside. Look, when that shit happened.
You knew you want my girl. What? We live together.
Yeah, it was crazy because during COVID, everybody was like fixing their relationships, and you know what I mean. Well, my shit ended. That's how come I knew COVID. I was like, oh, we broke up right when they say lockdown. Okay, baby, bye bye. So I wasn't even mad. It was just that during that time when COVID had first started, everybody was trying to figure out shit. We were trying to figure out, like, you know, what was really happening. Like, can you come over here to me? Like, do you got COVID? So after a while, niggas was just wild, and everybody was like, shit, you got COVID? I had it too. Let's just get back. So for real, COVID was crazy. And then, you know what I mean? I was one of them niggas saying, man, I'd rather stay in the house. COVID really made me feel like I was introvert and that I was supposed to live in the house and just deal with myself in the crib and never.
You was in the house. That's when you started Toxic Tuesdays.
Yes, I started Toxic Tuesday, and I was like, yo, I had to really realize that, look, you are fucking the problem, Chanel. When I had set my ass down during COVID, what's up, man?
F out.
Look, see you later, Ace. Look, when shit happened, I was like, yo, I'm the problem. I'm actually the toxic person. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, babes. I'm going to follow you, too. Well, look, I kept saying, I'm the toxic person. So COVID really was like a catch-22. It was like a gift and a curse type thing because I was like, yo, I never would have, one, realized that I was a toxic person this whole entire, my whole life. Number two, I really don't know if I would have been making certain moves because I had to really sit down. I was always one of them people that was always on the go. And sometimes you need to be still to really think your life out and be creative and just figure out how you want to move. So I was saying, yo, COVID really went, I'm sad that we lost so many people during COVID and people got, you know, sick. I wish it was one of them things where we just needed to sit in our house for a little bit because they needed to fix some shit in the world and nobody had to get sick. But COVID was like a good and bad thing. And so when we came out of COVID, I was saying, I ain't dealing with that shit. I was saying, I don't have to deal with this type of lifestyle because at the end of the day, I don't fucking need you. I was sitting in this bitch. I won't get no pussy. Excuse my language. I won't doing nothing but sitting home being a zombie, and I liked it. Like, I was just like, oh, I love it at home. So then they was like, oh, when they said outside was open, I was like, no. I was like, no, keep us in. Because I love being in the house. You know what I mean? It was one of them things. So then when outside open, bitch, I was outside every day. I was saying, well, we outside, because nobody inside. You can't get nobody attention.
How much you love in the house. Every time I'm outside.
Look, when I'm calling my friends, I'm like, we outside. I was like, yeah, damn. So you couldn't control nothing no more. Outdoors was like free at last. So we went outside and we fucking partied and we had a good time. And like I said, COVID was one of those. Hey, what's up, Karen, baby? Karen on here. Karen's one of my people too. We was in Jamaica and shit too. I don't know if y'all seen her. She was the one that like fell off the fucking float. She tried to dive on the jump, went in the water. That's her. She had the funniest one. But yeah, man. So the shit with COVID and being toxic, I used to love that lifestyle. Like I used to be like, I'm a toxic nigga. But then when I started getting stressed out and shit, and like you said, losing weight, I was 127 pounds. And I look back at them pictures like, bitch, you had lost all that. I was 127. I'm 140 now. So I was just like, damn, like you was really stressed out. Well, I thought I was out here living my best life. I was really stressed out because I had too many women to be pleasing. You know what I mean? I was saying, damn, I got to call her. I got to do this. I got to go on this date. I got to go here. So that toxic shit is just, I'm done with it. It's in the trash can. It's in the past. Like I said, I want to hear other people's shit because I know niggas that got a lot of toxic shit going on. Man, I be saying, oh my God.
Bruh,
you know this.
When I started getting posted, all that stuff, and talked about on Facebook Live and stuff, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
You said somebody was talking about you on live?
Yes. I said, oh, wait a minute. Let me tell you, I love her. She's so dope. Whoa, wait a minute. You on here with a whole baby mama that you call your wife, she's pregnant right now, and you on here talking about what? Excuse me? No. That's why I always have said I cannot be sad. Like, I cannot be sad, yo. I don't fit the script, bro, because I know my energy. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am. And I'm going to be who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to cut corners or not be who I am to change and fit and adapt. I'm not. Now, if you worthy, if we have that connection, then cool. But not on no sad stuff. Like, I'm not conforming for that. So I was who I was, but after 48 hours, though, you wait a minute.
Well, some people
out. It was like, and then it was like when I didn't respond how they wanted me to respond to that. Then it was forget you. You ain't this. You ain't that. Like, but you was just telling lies that I'm okay. I got pictures and stuff. No, I wouldn't post it that I'm the GOAT. And you love my life. I'm confused. Okay. All right.
No, but some people like what you have to offer to them. Some people really don't like the person that you are. So
but I'm
difference.
Nothing. We was chilling. It had been 48 hours. We weren't doing nothing.
So that person, you gotta understand too. Sometimes a little hello to people. Sometimes they take it far. Sometimes and I had to learn it the hard way. Somebody will message you and you'll be like, oh, you look cute today. You're like, thanks, babe. Like, you're not even calling them babe. Like, you my babe. You just said, it's the way you talking. So once you give people this certain attention they've been waiting for, they run with it. That's why you got to be real careful how you talk to people. You got to be careful how you interact with people because I was in a situation where I was being cool with somebody because that was my friend. And the whole time she liked me. The bitch did a whole photo shoot in my clothes for me. She did a photo shoot, but she was married. So I was like, oh, it's nothing like that. I wasn't thinking about it. So then we go out and she go crazy, right? And then it come out like she saying like, y'all had a thing. I'm like, oh, we what? I was like, she thought y'all had a connection. So you really got to be careful how you interact with people because people would take the slightest little thing, compliment, anything, and they run with it. I was like, yo, this girl is fucking lying. Like, I didn't have nothing with her. I was really fucking scared. Like, I was like, I never had a person to tell somebody that they thought we had something going on when we never did. So it was like, huh?
Yeah, I've had that situation. I've had where, you know what I'm saying, like, this is the most common thing to me, is the people who y'all know that y'all not in a relationship. Y'all just start kicking it. And then y'all, you know what I'm saying, have encounters. And once y'all start encounters, then it's, you man, don't be doing this. Don't be doing it. Like, wait a minute, bro. You just ruined it. Like, I just started liking you and him. You know what I'm saying? We just became, you know what I'm saying, cool in that aspect. How did we get to you threatening? Like, what? How did we get to I can't post this? How did we get to I can't go there? Why are you hanging with them? Who is that? How did we get there? And then the thing about it is, it's like I've heard so much about it being, you know what I'm saying, males complain about females doing it all the time. Like, oh, y'all get attached and y'all be, nah, bruh, nah, it don't always be us. Sometimes it be the other way around. bro. Like, and then like pulling up, like, and it get real. Toxicity like gets real. Like, people have pulled guns on me. Like, people have choked me. People have, and I don't mean in the way that I like. I mean in the other way. I mean like really like done wild stuff because they was in their feelings. Like, that's not okay.
I definitely had a gun pulled out on me last year. I ain't never had that happen. It was my own fucking gun. And I was saying, bitch, you got me fucked up. Still talking shit. Still like saying.
Exactly. Because you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it. But my thing.
If you put a fucking gun out on me, I was told they wanted you bad. Yeah, if you putting a gun out on somebody, you need to motherfucking lose it or lose you. Because I was saying, oh no, you put the gun out on me. And luckily, like, I live in a nice neighborhood. And my neighbor, like, called the police and shit. He was like, no, I seen it. And I just didn't know what she was going to do. And the bitch get locked up not because I told on her because I hid the gun. She started kicking the police car. I was saying, oh, you Tata. Oh, bitch, you crazy. So you got a whole fucking charge because you kick.
But it's like, bruh, it's at some point, like, if y'all not paying attention, you know what I'm saying? It's women that are being snatched up. It's women that are being killed by their boyfriends because they broke up with them. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's happening a lot.
That's the thing, too. With men doing that shit, I be scared for a lot of people that I know. A lot of men get in their feelings about shit with women that they can't handle. Like, the situation is over with. Or, like, you don't, you know what I mean? It's really when you don't want to be there, or like when they find interest in other shit. My thing is, men be so prideful that they don't know how to respond to it. The first thing they want to do is kill everybody. And it's just like, nigga, what is a lady on Facebook? I don't know if y'all seen her. She had her face shot off by her husband. She went viral. I don't know if you seen it. She had her face shot off by her husband. And then he went and killed himself. So she survived. But he was basically mad at her because she had got a new job position, and it required her to, you know, have people in the office and shit. And he was basically saying, like, every time he called her, it was a man in the office. She had fucking work. So it's like, you gotta really
supposed to control that.
You really gotta know the people that you deal with. You gotta first understand that mental health is very important. So if a lot of people are mentally fucked up, they're gonna take that shit out on you. And unfortunately, the quickest way out this shit nowadays is a fucking gun. It's like, just fucking leave. Like, what the fuck? So I be telling my friends, like,
the thing, my friends always joke on me or whatever because I always tell them Diamond is always with me. And she will always be with me for reasons like that. Like, please understand me. I done been through it all. I am a domestic violence survivor. I will take you out of here. If it's either you or me, it's always gonna be you and not me.
If I get one, I'm
gonna take it. That's when you get back to going, you know, the roots that I told you that built me. People have been shot in front of me and on my porch. No.
Baby, if I feel one little bad vibe that somebody is trying to come for me, best believe Diamond a strap. Somebody say Diamond
is the smallest one, not the only one.
Yes. Who is it, man? I'm talking about, bruh. So look, nah, for real. I know you said in the beginning, like, if y'all want to tap into shit, like, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I'm having fun here. This is actually one of them things that I was like, man, niggas really love to be talking. Like, the last couple of days, I've been talking, and I'm just like, damn, I really hear myself again. Like, public speaking was one of the things I got an A in college all the time because I love it. But today I happen to meet, I'm just greeting somebody walking by. That's what's very important. That as a business owner too, you always greet people. You always be polite because you never know who you're going to meet.